Hello and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last part we started chapter 5, and basically we got a good idea of what we're working with. A detective was called to the parking lot of the prosecutor's office, was killed, and then put into Edgeworth's trunk. The suspect has confessed to killing him, but we do not believe that the chief prosecutor would do such a thing. And we're working with her sister, who is very adamant that her sister's innocent. So we've met with the witness, we've met Marshall, a patrolman, and we've met Meekins, another patrolman. I feel like he's gonna be important because why just show this guy? Why show this guy? But yeah, that's where we're at so far. We've been working with some new stuff. We can look at our evidence now. Trial former. What does that mean? There's so much new shit. I could have sworn this stuff wasn't in the second game. I've seen a bit of the second game. I think I've seen most of the second game, actually. Alright. February 23rd, 9:34 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of, gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. Yeah, I know, you've told us you killed him and in our brains went, I don't believe you. We're doing that already. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. Good fucking observation, Mr. Wright. Fucking good job. You guys have different jobs. Very good, Phoenix. Very good. I believe it is almost time for the trial. Lock in. Alright. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Something with her hand. There's something definitely up with her hand. And that's gonna play into it. I want to say we saw someone else with a fucked up hand, I think. We'll see. I have my main suspect in mind, though. Alright. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So, I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright! I'll be with you the whole way. Just disregard her. Alright, February 23rd, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 9. Court number 9? I guess the courtroom's gonna be really big. Alright. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Fuck you. I've been just sitting here, twiddling my thumbs. Edgeworth. Yeah, I feel like this is some pin-up against Edgeworth for sure. There's no way it's not. Something with the trophy, too. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceeding today, Mr. Wright. Okay. Edgeworth, I love you! I just said. Aw, yeah, he noticed I was thinking about him. He knew he was thinking about him. The get back together arc. After the divorce arc. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. Yeah, we get Emma. I like her. She does remind me of Maya. She kind of just also has like Maya's style to her. Yeah, she does. She does have like the weird clothing and all that. The hair is done in like the same way. I like that. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. Please don't. Like the wallet Emma, don't. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. I'm going to kill her now. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. She just witnesses this shit all the time. You're fucked, Phoenix. Alright. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen? We're gonna... I don't want to figure out what that means yet. Haven't I seen you somewhere?
Heaven lunch. You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. I did not read that in the tone I wanted it to be. The judge is really wolfing it down. I've had caviar before. Well, no, I've had roe. I've had flying fish roe before. There's a whole story to that, but I still ate it.
Another one. And for you, I have a fiesta bowl.
Thanks. Sweet. I would take the free lunch. Will the witness state her name and profession?
Oh, and you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox?
He's got those sesame seeds. It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
This is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? I haven't had like, well no, I've had tapioca pearls, but tapioca like pudding, it being pickled, meaning it has to be put in vinegar. Gosh. I've had enough of this. Name. Profession. Now.
Me? My name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I have not finished eating. Let me finish my lunch. I am a slow eater. Hurry it up! Pet my cat real fast? This fucking slaps. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. Huh. She didn't has she mentioned before that she was working with the police? I feel like that adds to this a bit more. Okay. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Starr was a detective? That's it. I feel like that's important to note. Aha! I know who you are. Cough up
Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Holy shit! Pause the court. I need an autograph. Recess. Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Starr. Just who is this lady? Yeah, who is she? I want a lunch.
If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor office personnel. B is for visitors and clients.
Oh, so there's a whole other side? Ooh. My cat wants to jump. No. No. I've already had cats turn off my computer several times before.
A chain divider separates the two blocks.
The fact that there's a second block's gonna be important, but I don't know if it'll be important now. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor space, yes?
The crime took place by car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with his knife and went to drive the body out.
So that means... So by that logic, she would have... I feel like that's a weird logic to go by, that Lana was just gonna put him in the trunk of Edgeworth's car and drive out.
Unfortunately for her there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor.
Okay, parking lot floor plans. The parking lot with Edgeworth's car. This is a fascinating trial already. I don't know what it is, but I'm very into whatever's happening. Like, I think because I don't know what's happening. I think it's because I don't know what's happening. Witness, did you see the moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. I literally cannot.
It seems that some poor losers are willing to accept the truth, Your Honor.
Are unwilling to.
Damn it, she called me a loser!
Oh, I'm sorry. Get to my knees again. I'm sorry.
Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can. Then give them your worst, Miss Star. No! Don't be against me. Wait, are they talking about me? Am I the loser? Am I going? Oh no. The court's against me. Cat. Okay, witness this account.
Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend's when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car.
And they're just gonna keep harping on his fucking car.
The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife through Detective Goodman's chest.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. As you can see, there's no room up for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed to Detective Goodman. You just watched the whole shit, huh? You just watched it all. I feel like that's weird, though.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed?
I'm still thinking about it.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Just a flesh wound.
I saw the whole murder. Ow.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Okay, first off, this first statement, I feel like it's so convenient to be like, oh, I just happened to show up. I just knew something weird was gonna happen. That's already like a weird statement. How did you know?
I respect the prosecutor being basics.
Oh God.
I respect the prosecutor's basic aberrance of crime.
Guys, I can't read. I'm so sorry.
Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
As I was in court 2 months ago for accused murder. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim.
Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Fuck!
Miss Star, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off? She was fired.
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
I'm unbiased. No, there's something weird. Very well. You may continue, Miss Star. Hold on, I want to look up. When did the crime happen? 4 p.m. That's really late for lunch, actually. Alright. What's my buttons? This boyfriend, he's the detective.
Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
Yeah, just... that seems very convenient. That boyfriend? You have several?
Yes, it's called polygamy.
I'm gonna have to Google polygamy later.
I'm polyamorous. Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join?
Oh, damn! Judge, she's inviting you to the polygamy! A polyamorous relationship!
The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunches things.
Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. Note to self, he thought about it. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there.
That would be the room with the security sign. That is interesting. We haven't looked up there. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car?
Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block.
So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime.
I said something perhaps in my
Wait, so she was in B block. Wait. Is this the parking lot? Is this the fence? I don't know what to present yet. I think I just need to keep pressing. I gotta get her to give me more. By car, you mean?
Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it?
Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. It is very odd. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant.
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her.
If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. And if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick.
Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you're a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
Huh? Rookie? I have a pretty good record.
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me.
I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. Oh, that was inspiring. Stop! She wants me dead.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism? I may be regulated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed.
A photograph? You took this? Oh, this is the judge. I thought this was Phoenix.
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
Why? I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again.
Damn.
My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Crime photo, the moment of crime as photographed by Angel Starr. Oh, this is unmistakably Lana Skye. So, what was the defendant doing at the time?
The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand.
Isn't her right hand the one that's fucked up? I think now I can. Something's weird. I think there's something weird about that. I mean, I was given new evidence, so this probably is what it wants me to do. And you witnessed this. You saw Miss Skye stab the witness with the victim with the knife.
As I've already said, yes. I swear on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
Ooh, that sounds good. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. Look at it. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Skye not holding a knife? Oh yeah, that is interesting. There's something weird.
Fuck.
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. Damn, just like, this fucking objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. Damn, they're quipping. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. Fuck, that makes sense! Objection! And how can you tell that? How can you tell?
Blood splatter.
Huh? Phoenix.
See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat?
No. She must have spilled ink on herself or something. But it's a black and white photograph. Guess so it is black and white. It just does look like this. Yes, it is hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here.
No problem except you.
Damn. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse?
You got a better idea? Apparently, since I'm still achievement hunting, I have to click no problem. I mean, it is a reasonable statement. Nope, I'm gonna say no problem. Usually I would object, but I'm gonna not object. Just this once. Just because I want the achievement. So basically you get an achievement for all the lunches that she shows, apparently. So I need to do this. Now that you mention it, I see no problem here. Other than myself.
Mr. Wright, you can't just let him walk all over you. That's just sad.
I think there's more that I need to, like... There's more to the statement.
Feeling sad, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, so I needed this.
Perhaps a bittersweet first love lunchbox is in order.
That was a waste of time. Let's continue with the testimony. Perhaps I should have dug a little deeper. Okay, so apparently I need to do that again. And then object. I just wanted the lunch. I want to get the lunches. I'm gonna try to get all the achievements in this game. So now, now I do it again. Gotta get the achievement, guys. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Any witnesses? I've already said yes. Okay. But is it odd? Look at this photograph. Okay. Objection. It's taken after. I think what's wrong is that it's her right hand specifically. It doesn't matter if it's after, there is something weird. No matter what, in this game, you usually always object. Anytime you have an ability to object or press harder. We're gonna object this time, though. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
That's it?
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice! I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice.
Yeah, I get it.
I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Skye was cold calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hand in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would have not been wearing those gloves.
They got me!
These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder, a serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony. That means I can go at it. Anytime they give me something new. The murder was planned, the rubber gloves proves it. Actually, what doesn't prove it is the knife, because... Oh, yeah! It doesn't make sense, because the knife is in Edgeworth's toolbox. However, the toolbox is in his trunk. Yeah, that's weird. Witness, do you know what this is?
Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know. Do your worst. I've done worse. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed, it is my knife.
What's with this case? Bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there?
Yeah, this is all fucking set up.
The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? All the other prosecutors, bad people.
Yeah. This is all to go, This is like a big takedown against the prosecutors. Because they get Lana Skye, they've put a lot of heat on Edgeworth. Yeah. I don't think Angel did it, but she might be involved. There's no way she's not, like, heavily involved in this. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony.
What's that, rookie?
In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves. It seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, Why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Yeah. Why go out of the way to pull it out of his trunk?
Oh.
Yeah, like, if it's premeditated, why go through all the trouble to get that knife? It doesn't make sense. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon.
No, but that cheese!
Order, order, order. Great, now the tide is turning in our favor. But by what means?
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
No. Ah, no, no, no. Nuh-uh. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
I don't have that one, Mr. Edgeworth.
Fuck. What? That was good. That was a good line. I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tides has turned. The tide's tables turneth. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove. Nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. Suppose you think you're clever now.
But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing... I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought.
How dare you?
My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? Alright. Angel seduction. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office.
I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim.
Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Wait. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
Good point. In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. I think I know what I need to go at. This guy tried to turn the... Okay. Nothing could drive that machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Didn't he, like, die, like... one? Yeah, there's only one knife wound. That doesn't make sense, yeah. Chow! Kerchow! You say she stabbed him again and again. But you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you.
With my moss surprise. Moss! My favorite! How'd you know? I'm afraid the moss is growing under your feet as we wait, Miss Starr. Damn. I feel like he is trying to help us too. Oh, what do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk! He's my hero, really.
What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness.
Have another lunch. You got this. The crime scene set, right?
It's silly. Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify.
Fuck.
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the scene was. No, wait. So what's... I don't know what a muffler... What do you mean in terms of a muffler? In terms of clothing? Oh! Okay, I'm glad I searched this up. So apparently it's the scarf. She's not wearing the scarf right now. Yeah, I was gonna think it had something to do with like the color coordination of the black and white photo, but no, it's her scarf. She's not wearing her scarf. What the fuck is happening? What's happening in this trial? Glad I searched it up real fast.
I'm glad I did some research.
Cause I didn't. Oh, what? I wasn't reading. Fuck. I didn't see what he said. I looked away. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph. I think what's happening is that we kind of changed Edgeworth's point of view. So, which is why he's kind of like overtaking the objections. You've proved it yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. Berate her more.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What was my objection? Chopped liver?
But it was there. A scarf. Not that, but something red, really.
Well, now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. Yeah. What did she see then?
The most important part?
The part where your sister stabs the victim. Sex testimony might just be the moment of truth. Apprehending the suspect.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side.
I quickly caught her and explained her rights to her and arrested her on the spot. Sorry, I trying to get to the voice I needed.
Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler.
But how would you know it was red, though? That's, yeah.
That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony.
The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. You're quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star.
That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. I mean, yes please.
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hand aside, kicked over an oil drum.
An oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. Rawr.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Okay. Apprehending the suspect. After murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition to her side. Quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Weren't you on the other side of the fucking lot, though? You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? Yeah, she couldn't have been close. That's the thing. That's...
As I just said. I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
But there was a whole ass fence in the way. Maybe I should press her for more details? No, press her for more. Isn't there like a whole thing in the way? I'd like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr?
Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you. Yeah. There's a whole ass fence.
I went over it, of course.
What? What? Damn. She just fucking hopped it. Amazing. The Kappa Queen, lunch lady athlete indeed.
It would have to have taken her a little time to climb over the fence.
So she couldn't have gone to my sister that fast? Yeah, that's strange. I also just did, there is the fence. I didn't notice it before. Yeah, the fence was about 9 feet high too.
I jumped in the car.
So, how did Miss Sky not get away?
Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler.
Why? Why? She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say?
If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
So she just talked about it. Cheeky.
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Huh. Just that one word. So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else. Oh!
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Yeah. Her phone? She can't mean... That's further. By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at this crime scene?
Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately.
My memory.
It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr. I do not see it.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall.
Apparently, it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness.
Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying?
But she saw all that. Sorry, I need a drink. You should, of course, add this to your testimony. Okay, so that's something I could stab at.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney.
Lana's cell phone. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. I want to look at... She first attempted to use the phone. Where's the phone? Wait. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. I knew I remember it being in a weird spot. I do remember it being in the first slide. So... Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky.
Objection!
The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Well, who would have thought that you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? Who would? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Ah, you also have a grudge against Edgeworth. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mess with me, I'll make you cough it all up. Ahem. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Skye making that phone call.
I believe you see what I'm getting at.
That emergency phone was on the backside of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it.
What? What?
Order! Order! What's the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. Oh, yeah, I got her. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Okay. I'm gonna have to go... I think I have to go through all options to get each lunchbox. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... where she saw it, the order of events. I think these are technically all true, but I need all the lunches, so we're gonna start with this one. I gotta get all the lunches. She lied about what she saw. In other words, she didn't see Miss Skye using the emergency phone. It does seem hard to imagine how she could have. Very logical. What's the matter, Star? Cat got your lunchbox.
Oh, Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory, but why would Miss Star lie like that?
Huh?
Why would she say that my sister had tried to use the phone but failed? It doesn't make any sense. Why lie about something so insignificant?
Oh, I think she's right.
I mean, maybe she really did see her try to use the emergency phone.
I see no room for doubt here.
You ordered the Batuion rice, right? Wow, well, why is it got just watermelon rinds? I can eat that.
Or is there's like a little bit of watermelon? Mr. Wright, I thought you had something there. Ow, I don't think I've taken hits like this whole time. One more try. No, I got enough. I gotta do them all. I want all the lunches. I see it in your eyes. You haven't learned your lesson, have you? Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Okay. Witness lied about the order of events. Is how I get the next one. Yeah, I'm following something so I do it. So yeah, it says I will lose health, but do not reload the save. I gotta get the lunch boxes. She lied about the order of events. This guy used the emergency phone before the murder. I see. I hadn't thought of that. That took the wind out of her sails.
Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory, but why would anyone use the emergency phone before the murder?
Oh? Just when you think he can't sink any lower, he amazes us. I applaud you, Mr. Wright. We've gone through this whole game without being berated for a wrong answer. Bite.
You ordered the orange peel lunchbox, right?
Guess that teaches me to not get excited before the evidence. Don't worry, I got this. One more try. I see it in your eyes. Okay. So the lie is where she saw it from. Because it sounds like she's at a different point of view. Was she in the security office then? Is that what it's trying to hint at? Miss Skye tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie. I see. So she's telling the truth about that. It's just how. Let's say the witness did actually see Miss Skye using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. Different location. Now that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one. Fuck you. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Damn. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Yeah. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimonies we've heard up until now points in one direction. The place where Miss Starr witnessed this crime from. It has to be here, which means how she saw the crime is... Huh. Because if it's here, then she couldn't witness anything here. So what the fuck is happening? So what does she see? This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room. Indeed, the security room is the underground parking lot. And the underground parking lot is well positioned. Oh, she could have, kind of, yeah. Okay, maybe she could have seen it. I forgot how high it was. I forgot how small the partition is. It's built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have been seen the phone. Nuh-uh. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr, how many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned.
Today, a man has got the better of Angel Starr.
Alright. Order, witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished.
And I'll do whatever I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty is... talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? This makes sense.
Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. This photograph tells all.
Oh. No, you're right. Then who took this photo?
This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. No, yeah, no, that's weird. Now that I think about it, who took this photo? That truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from Block B. It must make a vital difference, but what would it change?
Distance to the crime. Yeah. Because she's a lot closer, which is how she was able to quickly apprehend Lana, but then who took the photo? That means someone else was there. It changes distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plan and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness?
You.
Yes?
You ordered the squid wheels, right?
Of quality of our lunches has gone from low to inedible. Yeah, they've been getting weirder. I'm gonna get all the lunch boxes. I'm gonna receive the lunch box.
I was bringing a PBJ lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
I don't think I've had boysenberry. Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
Boys, for the boys. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene.
But the door was locked. I'm sorry, I thought it was someone else.
But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking lot in block B in B block.
That's quite a detour.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
Not as quickly. 5 minutes? That changes things a lot. It changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have a photographic evidence. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. You have a point. And this spork is a wonderful invention.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely. Uh-oh. He's being bribed.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this?
Raise an objection. Yeah, there's something weird. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. Al dente, sorry.
I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta with knots, rookie.
No. 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Oh, yeah, she would have ran. Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. What? Don't get the wrong idea, I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Miss Guy dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. Right. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth is the next witness ready to go. Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history.
We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright.
That was too close. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Oh! Oh, she's not done.
Miss Edgeworth, you ordered squid wheels, right?
That's the one she tried to foist off on me. Foist? I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I might be able to save you.
I have decisive evidence. What was that? And you just didn't show it? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Ah.
Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Wow!
Woohoo! Triple decker!
Oh boy!
Out of the deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed.
What's she gonna pull out of her lunchbox this time? What's she gonna pull out of her ass this time? decisive evidence.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up?
No.
2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
So why was she bleeding? That's weird. Why would she be bleeding?
The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
What? There was blood found on that shoe? And how'd you get the testing results on that?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Oh! Witness. What's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
But you don't see that this man, he's meant to help you, and because you're not letting him help you, you're getting caught at every turn. And you had blood tests performed.
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
No, you didn't. In any case, Your Honor, can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. The other, the shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so, as we're sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, the shoe has already been tested by the members of the forensic department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
Fuck! No. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law, really. Alright. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
I take to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Okay, victim's shoe, white enamel shoe, bears traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Sky. The fact that her blood is on it is strange. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine. So to get the next lunchbox, I just have to press her on everything. I think that's actually how to progress this too, it seems, but I'm just gonna press her on everything, see what happens. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes?
I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results.
The results?
How many times do I have to say this?
I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes.
Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing.
Why didn't you just tell the truth?
Don't make me laugh.
We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This when the suspect is admitting she did it. Yeah! But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with. And now to the matter of the victim's shoe. Okay, I'm gonna keep pressing. And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime.
I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe.
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. The shoe was my secret weapon, and if that should happen.
See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. Types of blood. So you brought it to the forensics department.
If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. I do that. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert.
She got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it.
Well, the man was stabbed after all.
And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman.
As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe.
I think it's important that there's 2. The other blood type matched that of the defendant. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with the defendant with the blood test.
You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie?
Huh? Well, speak up. Well, blood comes in 4 types: A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. Phoenix, that one was weak. That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. There's just a lot of wordplay.
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the million. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there, which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person, or so I hear.
That's pretty specific.
Had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said there was very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies.
So the suspect's blood was found in the victim's shoe. That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was gonna say that. The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. Can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
Oh! You ordered the peppered fish guts, right?
Oh my god.
Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some, like your client, she's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup.
Mr. Wright,
do you or don't you have a problem with the shoe?
A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Is there a problem with the shoe? There is a problem with the shoe. There's a problem with the shoe, and it's just the fact that it has her blood on it, I think. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. Cat.
The gleam in your eye. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish guts now.
But you couldn't take the heats, could you? Now let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say.
Cat is approaching me. I'm gonna have to pet her. No, kitty. Go on. Oh, go on, cat.
What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence. Cat. I think just the blood itself. Oops. Did I get it? The problem with this evidence is here. Where? Take that finger and point it at your own head, Mr. Wright. What? I thought I pointed at it. Guess that wasn't it. Mr. Wright, let's be scientific about this. Examine the evidence. It's the blood on... Oh wait, did I not look at it all the way? As I thought, a waste of time. Well, that was a nice break. Let's return to the testimony, shall we? No. Fuck. I guess I need to look at the shoe some more. It wasn't lighting up, so I guess... Huh? Why is there blood at the bottom? Wonder if you notice. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe.
Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe? She's wearing dark shoes. Yeah, I felt like this shoe seemed weird just looking at it. I'm like, I don't know what it was. I'm just like, a white shoe. It's because she's wearing darker shoes. That's why it did, like, it doesn't match with the outfit. I knew I remember her having, like, dark shoes. Oops, I keep not presenting the shoe. The problem lies in the footprint. Huh?
The footprint.
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Oh, I guess that too. I was gonna say she just has, it's just not the right shoe. Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claims about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Nuh-uh. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order. Well, witness?
What? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. Didn't we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint?
Yeah. Oh. It's true, there has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think.
Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Oh, was that you? You didn't say anything. I see. Now I get it. Get what? A witness is no more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slept. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. Oh! What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hand aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
Thought it was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that?
I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth.
Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness, well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor
Was brimming with water. Of course it was brimming with water. Cool. Water? What does that mean? So don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. There erased the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. But that doesn't explain the shoe having blood. What? That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstain left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty. Erasing evidence.
That reminds me, this guy's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him?
So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please.
What? What can I do?
Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But...
Enough. There's no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Oh! Who? What?
Little girl.
What? Ah! Oh, I see what she... Ah! We got her to crack a little.
Little girl. What did you just say?
Because she fucking hates prosecutors. Ah, we're gonna get her to slip. Huh? Me?
Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side?
Well, yeah, you are.
You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well...
Thought you had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Ah, we're gonna get her to talk more.
Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Wait, witness, so tell me you have something else. No! The time for deliberations has passed. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen.
Look at this. Photograph? Had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no reason for error in this evidence. Wait.
Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I mean, I couldn't win this case from the beginning.
No, wait.
And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm so sorry, Mia.
Right. Wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end.
This is the last piece of evidence. We did get her to cough up another piece of evidence. Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection!
Fuck! Wait! Your Honor, wait! What is this? What is it with you people? Can I hand down my verdict in peace anymore? Come on! I wanna make the verdict! Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't. Then it'll be too late.
Look at this photograph. The last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. Yeah, she did just throw evidence and not let us look at it. So, Wright, are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah. I'll think later. I'll think about it later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Well, Mr. Wright, show the court the problem in this photo.
What's that?
I guess this, cause like what the fuck is that?
Take that!
The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Edgeworth. Your Honor? You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. Oh. A muffler is also a part of a car or a motorcycle, Your Honor. Ah. I see, I think.
My cat wants to jump up so bad. No, cat. Go on, cat. I love you.
Just think of it as part of the exhaust system. A pipe. I see, and I see. Do you not own a car? This guy rides in horse and carriage. What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car muffler? So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. 3 exclamation points. What? Oh, let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case. Yeah. Why did she say muffler? Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court.
Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony.
Muffler? Oh. I guess I haven't pieced it together myself. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of evidence is this piece of cloth is final evidence. Oh, so he's saying we don't have everything to make a case. And she just like vomits or something. Just like, oh my god. Well, it seems we have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? Find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Phew, that was close. But we made it. At least for now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry? To be continued. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, that's fine. We need to stop. Yeah, there's something weird. They still haven't brought up the fact that that photo was taken. I mean, it's suggesting that she just, when she ran over into the other lot, she snapped a photo. But it's still, like, weird. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Day 2 trial former. Oh, no, that we are the former. I need to save. That means I need to save. Trial ladder. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this case is turning out to be very interesting. I don't know what's going on yet. I feel like there's more involved and we haven't gotten to it yet. We haven't figured it out. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.